So tell me why I'm in the middle of filming and you to come in there talking about something is $1 on the food stamp card. So I call and it's supposed to be like $400 on there and it's $1. Okay. So I call customer service like, I just woke up. It's really, really cold. I took my shower and I did my self-care and I fed the cat and I washed some dishes and I came back in here and then I wiped down some things and made my bed and now I'm writing. Oh, I prayed and everything and I danced a little bit. I danced in the mirror and I was like, I did this dance from a higher power or whatever. And I was like, send me some money to go to the studio. Send me some money to go to the studio. And I did that for like 2 minutes. And then I prayed again. And now I am under my blanket with my little heating pad because Maryland will have 3 seasons in one day. And we're probably going to get another snow. And now I'm doing my, I guess, like automatic writing. I'm writing down whatever messages I'm getting right now. One of the messages I got from the show, actually, because you can get messages from anywhere, from other people, from songs, from shows, from books, from something that's written on an advertisement when you're driving down the street. Everything is a sign. Like, you don't need cards to read. You can read anything. I always call it reading tarot, but I don't mean tarot cards. Like, you can read anything. There are messages, and even the way the birds fly. You have to trust your ability to decipher the messages you get from the universe. Whether that's in angel numbers, whether that's in... You have to be open to these messages and be able to trust yourself enough to know that it's really happening. And that's the challenging part about spiritual experiences, is that you don't always trust that it's really happening to you, because who are you to have such an, outstanding, just amazing, outrageous experience, right? Like, who are you to have it? Well, why wouldn't you have it? Like, spirit is going to make itself known to everyone in some sort of way. So whether they understand that it's a spiritual experience or not, everyone has had a spiritual experience. Spirit, our creator, nature has made itself known and shown and respected to all of us at some point in our lives. And if it hasn't, it will. Just trust and believe it will. Just because they didn't have the awareness that that's what it was at the time doesn't mean that it didn't happen. Spirit is very much alive in all of our lives. We just have to be able to see it and then connect with it and then start working with it. But this is a process. So this says, as an investigator, you must keep an open mind. And keep an open mind. Don't speak on your gifts, keep them close. Never reveal your weapons. Make peace with the fact that there are parts of you that will never be known by anybody else. Like, speak your truth, live your truth, and keep it moving. Stop trying to get this person to understand where you're coming from and to understand how you see the world. Nah. Not everybody's going to understand you, and it don't matter. Speak your peace, live your truth, and keep it moving. Now, the other thing that I wrote down is a few things that I want to work on. I like to take an inventory, like a self-inventory every now and then. I learned how to do that in recovery. For those of you who are new here, I'm a recovering addict. I was in rehab, and I've learned a lot of coping skills and life skills from going to rehab, and this is one of them. So I like to, at the end of the day, if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, I'll take an inventory of the day and see what I did good and what I could work on and so on and so forth. Visualize how I want the next day to go. Visualize my future, whatever. That's how I manifest. That's one of the ways I manifest. So, as far as my YouTube channel, I feel like we could go on a weight loss journey. And it's more of a mommy pouch removal journey. I don't need to lose weight. I need to lose my stomach. So we can start researching how to reduce tummy fat and what exercises work best and what foods that we can eat to reduce fat. I think that would be really good. Just so many moms can relate to that, and some of the dads too. Making better choices. Now, this is the part where I'm looking at things that I can improve on personally in my own life. This has nothing to do with my businesses, my career, or anything like that. This is strictly me being honest with myself in private, if I wasn't making a video about this. Okay. Making better choices, specifically financially, but not just financially, all across the board. Making better choices as far as how I deal with my children, what I allow, making better choices as far as taking risks, making better choices in what I show up for and what I say and how I say it. Just making better choices. I feel like whenever I am met with a situation and I have to make a decision, I need to always make the right choice. There's no reason to purposely make the wrong choice. Like, yes, I know I should not cuss him out, but I'm going to anyway because I feel like that's the right thing to do for me. I want to cuss him out. But is that the right thing to do for everybody? Does he want to be cussed out? Is he going to grow from you cussing him out? Or are you just getting off your emotions on that person? I don't want to do that. That don't seem right. So, making better choices. Meditation. I don't meditate at all. And it's come up in my reading so much. I need to do it. I just need to do it. No excuses. And that needs to go on the list too. But I've already been working on that. If I try to make an excuse for myself in my head, I'm like, nope, nope, nope. We're going to go do that anyway. I just had a craving for orange juice. Playing phone at night. Oh, yes. I am still sometimes not putting my phone down and having that space of like 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes before you drift off to sleep where you're not immediate and your eyes are closed and you're deep breathing and you're just thinking about your day. That's what I should be doing before I go to sleep. Not listening to something on my phone. Like, I keep getting overstimulated because I'm overstimulating myself. And I feel like it's making my sensory issues more of an issue because I'm overstimulating myself with media. And so then when I get triggered by external stimuli, it's that much worse because I'm already in a triggered state. Now, if I was at a 9-to-5 all day long, I would not have the time or the wherewithal to do any of this work, and I would be completely insane probably in about 5 years. Not going to doctor's appointments. Okay. I have a disability case going on right now, and they want to send me to all types of doctors to prove this and that, and I'm like, no. But maybe I should. So I will. Cuss too much. Okay. Yes. I cuss too much. I do. I cuss like a freaking sailor. I do. Yes. I will work on that. Don't cuss. And that also goes to discipline. All of this has to do with discipline, especially the working out. We get stuck in these behavioral loops of doing the same thing, the wrong thing, every day. But we coming up with new excuses, though. And we coming up with new excuses not to do the same things every single day. Don't do my push-ups to the ground. I don't. And I was like, talking to the boys, how many push-ups you do today? Knowing full well I was in there doing half push-ups. I was doing half push-ups. I'm going to do my push-ups all the way to the ground. Okay. And finally, work on your mommy pouch. Okay, you ain't have to call it that. We already talked about that. I'm going to work on my mommy pouch. We're going to work on it together. And y'all can work on y'all pop-up pouches, too. We are all inclusive over here. If you have a pouch, we're going to work it out. I had a request to see the cat. There she is. Isis, are you saying good morning this morning? Okay, I have to respect her boundaries. You have a good day, ma'am. Thank you for your time.
Dodging paparazzi, I might need a V12 car. Getting in shape, I might need a V8.
Whew, it's 10 to start. Whew, that dude hits different when you go all the way down. Whew. Yeah, you looking a little fluffy too, ma'am. What you got going on? What you got going on? So we have an Aldi order coming through Instacart. Then we have Martin's. Then Judah has his own Aldi order for his business. So I'm sitting here waiting for. I was talking to my shopper. She's almost done, and I'm about to chill out with Fire while I do the search engine optimization for these like 6 or 7 shorts I just made. So this is vidIQ. So this is the AI that I use to help me come up with keywords. It's 500 characters worth of keywords that you can use. See right here, I need to fill up all of this space. These are the things that I learned taking those seminars with Think Media Online. Anyway, there's a free version of this. I pay $50 a month. I do all my own thumbnails and stuff, but as far as the SEO, it would take me hours to do this if I did not have this program. This is where you can look at all your analytics and stuff like that. Yeah, so this is the technical side of doing YouTube. And you have to take time to learn how to do this stuff. Oh, let me show you something down here. When you're editing your shorts or your videos, you can go down to, where is it? Comments. And you can put them on strict, okay? That is a built-in AI moderator that kicks all the douchebags out of your comment section. Love that. I'm sitting here waiting for my delivery, and it's been sitting out there for like an hour. Oh my goodness. All right, this is all I got from Martin's this week. I got some oyster sauce so Judah can make legit stir fries. I got some non-dairy sour cream because we're gonna make hella burritos and tacos and stuff like that for the next 2 weeks. Now they back on beans after they said they were tired of beans. They said that to me, even though that was our staple. I stopped making them for 2 weeks. Now they begging them for me to make them. Hassan sauce, also for the legit stir fries. And I bought like, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I bought 10 of those, and I'm gonna stick them in my room. I love salted water. As the kids want them, I'll give it to them. They don't get soda. They want something bubbly in their belly. I give them flavored salted waters. I have lemon. We have lime, and I believe, oh yes, black cherry. They have vanilla. So it comes in flavors, but it's not sweetened. I get our olives also from Martin's because they have the bigger size than Aldi. Aldi only has the smaller size. And so the kids love to make their little fake vegan hot dogs out of these. They will put these in a little bun and put mustard on it, and they swear it tastes like a hot dog. And Judah decided to wait until the last minute to tell me he was out of my shea coconut butter, whipped butter that I make. So now I'm literally forced to make it today before he ended up coming in there using all of mine. So it's half African shea butter. It's half African shea butter, whether it's yellow or white. Oh my goodness. My bad. I'm using the double boiler method. Water. Clean steel container. White shea butter or yellow. It doesn't matter which. It's really a preference thing. And half coconut oil. Now,
it says we only have 163 on the card.
Okay, so after I put half of this shea butter into this container and then put half of the coconut oil in there, we're gonna melt it down. This shea butter is so daggone thick. And that's how I got into making my own whipped butter. You ever heard of Bum Bum Cream? I used that a while ago, and I loved the consistency of it, and I'd never seen anything like that. Then I started learning about whipped butters, and so I got into shea butter, and then I found out how easy and how inexpensive it was to make your own whipped shea butter. So tell me why I'm in the middle of filming, and you to come in there talking about something is $1 on the food stamp card. So I call, and it's supposed to be like $400 on there, and it's $1. Okay. So I call customer service, like, blah, blah, blah. No, the first thing I did was call and push number 2 and get them to tell me what my last 10 transactions were. So then I wrote them down. These 3 are the transactions I actually made. There's a $375.25 transaction that I did not make. Okay. So I called, again, the low 1-800 number on the back of the food stamp card. And the guy answers the phone, blah, 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 blah. And I give him my information, verify who I am. After I'm like, yeah, I hope, how are you doing or whatever. I always speak when I call people. So come to find out, and I told him I was like, I use Instacart. I never leave my house. These are the transactions that I used these are the transactions that are from me today. I know exactly how much they were. These are what they are. And this transaction is not mine. So oh yes, 5851 West Chicago Avenue, Illinois. They spent $375.25. I live in Maryland. Who is buying groceries in Illinois? Who is buying groceries in Illinois? So I'm like, I heard about this on the news. Now, the only time I ever heard of people losing their food stamps is when crackheads sell them for drugs. I've done it. So how, unless it's somebody on y'all end who is taking pictures of the card numbers, mailing them off, because I just ordered a new card. We've only had the card for like 2 months. It's a new card. Only me and the kids have used it. But that doesn't make sense either, because then they don't have my PIN code. So I need you to tell me how this happened. Well, someone must have taken a picture of it and... No one has had access to it. It's a new card. I just got it. It stays in the box. It's already in Aldi's, at the Instacart's information. I don't need to pull it out to use it for anything, unless I go to get cash off of it once No. It don't make any sense. So now I have to go to this website to file a fraud dispute. Then I have to call this number to verify that they got all the information right and that it's actually filed. And then I have to go into DSS to make a password for my account now, so that you have to use the password plus the code to have access to the card. And this whole process is going to take 2 weeks. And I might not even get my food stamps back, but we're going to keep it positive. Oh, well, I already ordered my groceries. We're going to make the best of it, and life goes on. I have shea butter to make. Moving on. But yeah, whoever was at that address in Illinois at 1021 using my food stamp card information, you finna go to jail. All right, so back to the double boiler. So that's how I got into shea butter. Using Bum Bum Cream, liking the consistency, learning about shea butter, ordering shea butter, and loving what it did for my skin, but not loving so much how thick it was and just unreasonable to deal with. Like, I wanted something way smooth, especially when I started putting it in my hair. My hair loves shea butter. So then I'm like, okay, what can I do that will give me the consistency of Bum Bum Cream, but that I can use shea butter? And through my research, I fell into this, and I'm glad that I did. I know how to make it now so that even in hot weather, it will still stay whipped. It doesn't separate. So, okay. Half shea butter, half coconut oil. But I'm going to add extra oil towards the end. Now, sometimes I use jojoba oil. Sometimes I use almond seed oil. Is it almond seed or almond oil? Almond oil. Sweet almond oil. Yes. And sometimes I use castor. Sometimes I use a combination of them. It all depends on how everybody's hair and skin is doing that week. And just what I feel. I do a lot off intuition now. I've been cooking the whole time I didn't have any taste and smell. How? Well, by sight and by intuition. I've started to do things with my intuition. I don't have to go to college to learn spiritual things. And I have a lot of spiritual, well, not a lot. I have a very select few spiritual teachers that I learned from online. And one of the things that I learned about was setting intentions. Setting intentions when you wake up, setting intentions when you go into a situation, setting intentions when you're doing a project. And so I went a step further and started to use my intentions to help me craft things. So when I am making this hair butter, my intention is to do a good job, to get my measurements correct, and to nourish the body of my family. And so I do. I just remembered that I did get an email from Google like 3 months ago saying that my passwords had been compromised, and I just went back to sleep. I'm gonna show, okay, so I changed all my codes on my Cash App and my credit cards. Now I'm gonna go ahead and file that fraud paperwork, but I wanna show you some things I do to soothe myself and stay calm. I put on some of this Art of the Root Hydron oil. This is protection oil. See, these are the things I'm gonna make one day. I just put on a little bit of my finger and I'm just said, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, because this could have been so much worse. Now I'm gonna go get my sage and burn some of that, get some of that negative energy moving around. My windows are always cracked. So. And these are the things that I do. You can call it mental health tools. You can call it practical magic. You can call it nothing at all. Still gonna be the same thing. That's the beauty about truth. It doesn't need to be defined to be true. It doesn't even need to be acknowledged. It is what it is. It's just truth. So now I'll put it in my little shell and I'll let that burn. And I'll just take a moment. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. What can I do? What is in my control? Because what happened to me, I can't control that, but I can control my nervous system. I can control my mindset, which is solution-centered. What can I do that's within my control? Change my past codes, teach my children what happened, share with you what happened, and file a fraud report. Thank God for my children. Judah told me I need to go change all my passwords. He said he knew we got scammed. And so now we need to change everything. He said even big companies are getting scammed. And that's why I'm so cool about it, because I have a whole platform. Obviously this happened to me, so I could tell y'all. So you can, defend yourself. Now I gotta go change all my passwords. There's a lot going on today. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this out carefully. I got these come with the Dutch ovens when you order them online. And it's because the handles get so hot, but I also use them to grab this off. And I'm gonna stick it in the fridge so it cools down. I like to put it on one of my bamboo cutting boards because it's hot. And why would I want to put hot stuff on glass? I don't. I learned about doing it the hard way. Oh, Lord. I can tell you some stories. Oh, okay, it is. Go on, run down there and get it.
Why I'm naked? Like, girl, naked, please.
Okay. Just give me a second.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sheen, for making my life more difficult. It's like, is this what a Taurus in New Moon gives? Because this is ridiculous. Tell me why they going to send me some paperwork from the whole state, okay, is going to send me some paperwork talking about my son has been absent for 13 and a half days. No, my son's been absent for 3 years because that's how long he's been homeschooled. What the fuck? Does anybody do their job correctly anymore? I'm just like, come on, where is the sage? Okay, I got you, because guess what else I'm going to do? He gave me the name of the supermarket and the address and the exact time that my card was used. I'm finna call them. Watch, I'm about to file a plea. Watch. Okay, I'm finna look them up right now and call them. Anyway, this is the right website. If you're in Maryland and experience food stamp fraud, that's the proper website. File a fraud claim, which I'm about to do. and get me a stiff cup of tea. Do you hear me? Matter of fact, I deserve a cup of decaf coffee. I deserve it. I deserve it, and I'm drinking it. I hate when I do this. I forget my address when I get anxious. It happens every time. And it makes me look guilty in front of cops. So far, it asked me for my personal information, my case ID, or my social, and it asked me if I had my EBT card on me when it got stolen. Was it card cloned? Was it a phishing scam? Was it skimming, or I don't know. Do you have any information about who stole your benefits? So this is you. This is me. This is me snitching. Well, actually, it's not snitching if you were violated. I am not snitching. This is justice. Okay, I put in all the information. There was no place for me to put in the exact time, but I don't need to give them information that I got from them originally. Like, do your own research, y'all, the whole fraud department. So now I am electronically signing, I guess like an affidavit saying that I swear that I am not lying, because I am not. So, yes, self, and I'm going to go ahead and digitally sign that. It asked me if I had filed a police report, and I'm not dealing with no police. Like, no. Okay, let me get my little reference number and go on and take the second step to this, which is calling that 1-833 number and making sure that all of my information is correct. Look at me following directions, Spirit. I'm following directions. Do I have to keep getting tested? Did I pass this class already? Please. I want to graduate already. It says, thank you for submitting your EBT stolen benefits attestation claim form. Your reference number is blah, blah, blah. I wrote it down. We are sorry that your benefits were stolen and will refund you the eligible amount. You will receive eligible reimbursement funds between 10 to 15 business days. If you have not replaced your compromised EBT card, call or contact your local Department of Social Services to get a replacement card. If additional information is needed, a case manager will contact you. Please do not submit duplicate forms for the same request. If you have questions or want to check on the status of your claim, call blah, 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 which I'm finna call right now. He sounded too fun. Oh my goodness. All right, that's cool. Well, that's done. Let me go on and change all my passwords to my damn email. Yo, if this ever happens to you, don't just let it go. Find a solution. I had to go through. I just don't even care. Whatever. Whatever.